If the number of trees on Earth were to triple, it would have profound effects on the environment, climate, human life, and global ecosystems. Let's explore this from a scientific and statistical perspective, focusing on how this massive increase in tree population would impact the planet, carbon cycles, ecosystems, and even human society. Carbon sequestration and climate change. Trees are a major carbon sink. They absorb carbon dioxide during photosynthesis and store carbon in their biomass. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, an average mature tree absorbs 48 pounds of carbon dioxide per year. Currently, there are about 3 trillion trees on Earth, which collectively absorb around 2.4 gigatons of carbon dioxide annually. If the number of trees tripled, the global tree population would increase to 9 trillion trees. The new carbon sequestration capacity would theoretically absorb 7.2 gigatons of carbon dioxide annually, 3 times the current absorption. For context, humans emit roughly 36.8 gigatons of carbon dioxide per year. So with 9 trillion trees, Earth could absorb nearly 20% of global carbon dioxide emissions annually, significantly slowing the rate of climate change. Temperature regulation. Trees play a crucial role in regulating local and global temperatures by providing shade, releasing water vapor through transpiration, and absorbing sunlight. Temperatures in urban areas, potentially reducing the urban heat island effect. Enhanced global cooling through increased cloud formation and better heat absorption. Increased oxygen production. Trees produce oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis. A mature tree produces approximately 260 pounds of oxygen annually. With 3 trillion trees, current annual oxygen production is about 1.56 trillion tons of oxygen. Tripling the tree population would increase oxygen production to 4.68 trillion tons annually. This would improve air quality, particularly in polluted areas, and contribute to better human health. However, Earth's current oxygen levels, approximately 21% of the atmosphere, are more than sufficient for human life, so this increase would not drastically alter the breathable atmosphere. It could, however, help offset minor decreases in oxygen levels caused by deforestation and pollution. Trees play a significant role in the hydrological cycle. They absorb water through their roots and release it into the atmosphere via transpiration, contributing to cloud formation and precipitation. With 3 times more trees, transpiration rates would increase dramatically, leading to more local rainfall and better moisture retention in soils. Forested regions could see a rise in precipitation, potentially turning arid areas into more productive ecosystems. However, this could also lead to regional imbalances. For example, increased rainfall in some areas could cause flooding, while other regions may see shifts in local weather patterns. This could cause ecosystem disturbances as plant and animal species struggle to adapt to changing conditions. Forests provide essential habitats for 80% of terrestrial biodiversity. Tripling the number of trees would create more habitat for a variety of species, potentially leading to a boost in biodiversity. Endangered species that rely on forests could experience population growth, as expanded forest cover provides them with better living conditions and resources. However, rapid afforestation could disrupt existing ecosystems. If not properly managed, planting vast numbers of trees in areas not naturally forested like grasslands or wetlands could threaten native species that thrive in non-forest habitats. Invasive species could also spread more easily in these new forested areas. Trees have deep root systems that stabilize soil, preventing erosion and land degradation. Tripling the number of trees could reduce soil erosion globally, particularly in areas vulnerable to desertification. Improve soil health by increasing organic matter, allowing soils to retain more nutrients and moisture, which benefits agricultural productivity. For instance, in regions like sub-Saharan Africa or parts of China, increased tree cover could help combat desertification and restore degraded land, contributing to better agricultural outcomes and food security. Increased tree cover would have positive effects on human health. Trees filter pollutants, such as nitrogen oxides, ammonia, sulfur dioxide, and particulate matter. Tripling the tree population could lead to significant improvements in air quality, especially in heavily polluted urban areas. This would reduce respiratory issues, allergies, and diseases like asthma. Numerous studies have shown that green spaces improve mental well-being, reduce stress, and encourage physical activity. Expanding forest and urban tree cover would likely result in better mental health outcomes for urban populations. Economic implications. Tripling the number of trees would also have economic consequences. Increased timber resources. While this could provide more raw materials for construction and industries, overexploitation could lead to deforestation risks if not managed sustainably. New jobs in afforestation. Large-scale tree planting and forest management efforts would create millions of jobs, especially in rural and developing regions. Conversely, sectors reliant on deforested land, such as agriculture and livestock farming, may face challenges as forest areas expand, reducing available land for these industries. Potential challenges and limitations. While tripling the number of trees sounds ideal, it comes with challenges. Land use conflicts. Expanding forest areas would require vast amounts of land. Currently, around 37% of Earth's land area is used for agriculture, and 30% is covered by forests. Tripling tree cover would require converting agricultural land, urban spaces, or deserts into forests, which could reduce food production or disrupt urban development. Water consumption. While trees help regulate the water cycle, they also consume large amounts of water. If trees were planted in areas already facing water shortages, they could exacerbate these issues by drawing water away from other essential needs, such as agriculture or human consumption. Effects on the atmosphere and global carbon cycles. While trees help combat climate change by sequestering carbon, there is a biophysical limit to how much CO2 they can absorb. Some studies suggest that planting large numbers of trees can only partially mitigate global warming, and other actions, such as reducing fossil fuel use, would still be necessary to stabilize global temperatures. Also, forests are not permanent carbon sinks. Trees release stored carbon when they die and decompose or when they burn in forest fires. Therefore, while tripling the number of trees would help, it would not be a long-term solution to climate change on its own. Conclusion: a more forested future. In summary, tripling the number of trees on Earth would have significant, mostly positive effects on the climate, biodiversity, and human health. But it also presents challenges related to land use, water resources, and ecosystem balance. Statistically, the world would see a 20% reduction in CO2 emissions absorbed by the expanded forest cover, improved air quality and oxygen production, enhanced biodiversity and healthier ecosystems, but potential disruptions in non-forested areas. Careful planning would be necessary to manage these new forests sustainably and ensure that the benefits outweigh the potential risks.